Hey everyone, this is Iron Torch 20 and welcome to my first game for the Let's Play Corners Portable Summer, or for our Australian friends participating in this thing too, Portable Winter. I decided to go with Mega Man 4 first because I feel like it's going to be a good warm-up for the other games. And also the thing with this game is that out of the classic Mega Man games, I feel like this is a pretty well designed and pretty well regulated game, and it does introduce a few new things, like the concept of the shop. I think I mentioned that in the Mega Man 5 co-commentary. But yeah, basically the plot's as simple as it gets. I mean, Dr. Wily sent the 4 robots from Mega Man 4 and 4 robots from Mega Man 5, and that's pretty much how the Game Boy games work. You had 4 Robot Masters from one game in the first half of the game, and then 4 Robot Masters in the second half, or from the next game in the second half of the game. And then it also introduced something pretty unique too, which is the ideas of the Mega Man killers. These guys showed up in Mega Man 5 for Game Boy, and then they also did make an appearance in Mega Man 10. And here's just some more fancy animation. And this is actually highly advanced for Game Boy, if I say so myself. Anyway, there's our new challenger for this game, and his name is Ballad, but we'll be meeting him pretty soon. And this is going to be kind of a departure from my normal Let's Plays, where I'm more textbook and more informative about what to do. Because, you know, you've already seen my Mega Man Let's Plays from the summer, and honestly, the thing with the Game Boy games is that even though they are still good, they don't really offer much new. And unfortunately, if I did a whole series on those, it'd be kind of redundant, to be honest with you. So anyway, here's just a intro with Dr. Light and Mega Man, and this is basically Dr. Light telling you that you can use P-chips to buy stuff. And this was actually the first game that introduced the concept of the shop. Other games such as Mega Man V for Game Boy, and Mega Man 7 and Mega Man 8, and then Mega Man and Base, and then 9 and 10, would end up using this concept. And it's a nice way to restock on items. It's a nice way to, you know, get an advantage while you're playing the game. But anyway, here are 4 fools for this game, and they give you a nice little, I guess, like, backdrop on where everyone is. Although I don't really get, is Ringman supposed to be on mountains or something, because you have the pyramids with Feral Man, that makes sense. And then I guess this is some electricity plant for Bright Man. And then the sewers for Toad Man, you already knew that. But, like I said, with the X games and with Mega Man 7, I am going to play this for efficiency. So I might as well just start with the easiest one first, and that's going to be Toad Man. And what I do like about this game in particular is that they do some things, or they keep some things the same from the NES version, and they also change a few things with the Game Boy games. And the level design is much different in this game than it was in the NES version. And see, just basically with Toad Man stage, you do have to worry about just making a lot of tricky jumps. And one thing to note with the Mega Buster is that whenever you fire a shot when you're standing still, you jump back a little bit. So just make sure you don't put yourself in a bad spot when you're trying to either make a tricky jump or are just right off the edge of a pit or the edge of spikes or anything like that, because with this game, dying isn't really the worst thing in the world, but it can be pretty frustrating. And there is also one pretty unique thing that this game does compared to the other classic Mega Man games, is if you get, I think it's 3 game overs in the same sitting, Dr. Light will give you an upgrade to your Mega Buster, so that it just makes your Mega Buster stronger. And that's a really interesting concept, because not too many games even did that back then. And this did come out around the same time as Mega Man 6 for NES and Mega Man X for the Super Nintendo. But yeah, getting back to my point, not too many games did do this, if you kept getting game overs. But see, that's one thing new that this game did. And there was kind of a spat with, with New Super Mario Brothers, it's a Super Mario 3D World, and basically giving players the white Tanuki suit if they ended up failing a level several times in a row. And basically the whole spat was that Mike from Cinemassacre ended up, I guess, denouncing this whole thing and saying that it was just a stupid idea, and if the player sucks then they should stay sucky, and honestly I don't agree with that, and personally I think that the way this game does it is the right way to do it. Because the reason for that is if you let the player fail over and over again without them learning anything, eventually they get frustrated and end up quitting, and then, you know, they don't touch the game again because they feel like it stinks, and, well, and also if they're not good at it, they're just not going to play it as much. And see, the main thing I did argue with Nintendo's marketing is that they're trying to market to everybody, and when you're trying to market to everybody, you do have to at least give them some way with you do have to give them some way of finishing the level, and then there are also plenty of other things you can do to, you know, make things easier on yourself, such as using power-ups like the P-Wing or the Cloud to skip levels in Super Mario Bros. 3. You had the top secret area in Super Mario World, you had Yoshi, and then you had other things like, well, then again, game overs didn't really mean much in Super Mario 64, so, well, then you had the caps. Those were all pretty useful things too. And then, let's see, what else was there? One thing I did try to argue, and getting back to my previous point, was that Nintendo's trying to market to everybody, and the way you do that is just give everybody a chance. I mean, if you did end up using the white Tanuki suit, your percentage goes down, which I feel is a fair punishment. And then, let's see, that's just us demonstrating the weapon, and then we get Rush Coil back. At least it's nowhere near as bad as it was in 5. I mean 5 for NES. But yeah, this was also the first game that introduced the password concept of Rush, Eddy, and Beat in a grid, which once again was also pretty new. I do enjoy that. But with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and call the video, so join me next time as we take out some more Robot Masters. See you then!